As a commercial real estate broker, investor, and developer, I get asked by new investors all the time, how do you find so many investment opportunities? There just aren't any deals out there. And for most investors, that statement is true. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tyler Cobble, and each week we're dropping videos on investing strategies, leasing and management tips, market updates, and more. So if you're interested in commercial real estate, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. Investing in commercial real estate can be a lot of fun, and it's certainly rewarding. But coming across good deals is often the most frustrating part of the process. From what I've seen, however, most investors simply don't take the right approach. So here's my beginner's guide to finding commercial real estate deals. If you're not taking the right approach when it comes to starting the search, you're already behind the 8 ball. You can't just make a Facebook post, announce what you're looking for once at a real estate investor's event, or tell the occasional real estate agent you come across. Finding your next investment opportunity needs to be at the forefront of your mind. So be sure to make your search known and then make it known again. Like I said, announcing it once and then throwing your hands up in the air in defeat when no deals fall in your lap can't be your strategy. Some of the most successful real estate investors I've ever met reach out to their database on a consistent basis to let everyone know what they're hunting for. In fact, I knew a prominent single-family investor in Nashville that asked just about every person he came across how much money they're looking to invest in real estate. And this was regardless of if they'd expressed interest in real estate or not. If you never ask, you'll never know. And if you don't become your own evangelist first, no one else will. Be curious about every opportunity. You never know what you'll find in a deal that others have simply missed. Be prepared to turn over every stone. Just because something has been sitting on the market for a while and everyone has seen it and passed on it, doesn't mean that there isn't opportunity there. Underwrite every single opportunity that comes your way, because they could be very few and far between depending on your investment criteria. You know, there's an old mantra in real estate that you have to comb through 100 deals to find one that fits. There's certainly truth to that statement. Whether you're an investor, broker, or business owner, here are the 7 best ways that I've found of finding commercial deals. Number 1, commercial real estate brokers. Commercial brokers are likely your best option when on the hunt for commercial properties, since they're doing some, if not all of the other methods I'm going to list here in a minute. Brokers are paid commissions on the deals that they source and close, so they're highly incentivized to keep their ear to the ground for available opportunities. The world of commercial real estate is often shrouded in mystery since there is no single database that maintains, tracks, and lists all of the available opportunities like you'll find with the MLS and residential real estate. So these brokers work their hardest to keep a running list of any current and upcoming availability so that they can work to pair buyers and sellers together. And if you're the one buying a property, their commissions are charged to the seller, so you don't even have to pay for their services. Number 2, networking. Again, since there's no database, you'll need to work on your own. Get to know other real estate owners in your neighborhood or in the area that you're looking to acquire property in by networking at industry events or neighborhood meetings. Let them know that you're on the search for commercial investments. The more eyes and ears you have out there working for you, the better. You simply never know when something will come available. I've seen property trade hands off market like this many times before. The buyer met someone at an event that just happened to be interested in selling something. Number 3, social media. Social media is essentially a digital bulletin board. Not only can you post what you're searching for on your page, you can also share it with like-minded groups where you'll find potential sellers or individuals that know owners willing to sell. There are countless numbers of groups online, from Facebook to Bigger Pockets, where you can broadcast your search to the public. Social media is one of my favorite methods, hands down, for getting a hold of a decision maker, especially if a business owns its own location, because the ownership or a manager is likely running their social media account. Number 4, cold calling. Cold calling is dead. For some cases, it certainly is. But if you're looking to get a hold of a property owner, it can be a direct path to the seller. You can find telephone numbers for property owners by scanning the white pages, checking out their website, or connecting with them through social media. LinkedIn is ideal in this scenario since contacts will often have their phone number on their profile page after you've connected. Then, Call on them and just ask if they're interested in selling the property. They may not be interested in selling at that time, but situations can change rapidly. I've experienced that firsthand. So have them keep your number just in case. And don't forget to follow up. Number 5, mailers. Snail mail is definitely the sleeper in this group. Most investors, and people in general for that matter, don't even think to take advantage of this method. It can be impossible sometimes to find the proper owner in commercial real estate, since these ownership entities are often hidden behind the barriers of an LLC or through the office of a real estate attorney. However, tax records have mailing addresses for the ownership of every property. So if you send a certified letter, you know your message will be delivered to the right person. Physical mail has also decreased in popularity since the advent of email. So send those letters and postcards to owners, and yours may be one of the few pieces of mail that they receive regularly. Number 6, drive the market. Sometimes there's no better way to find investment opportunities than driving around your market. Keep an eye out for properties that look as if they're falling apart. The landscaping hasn't been cared for in quite some time, or maybe it's the oldest building on the block. More often than not, those owners either live out of state or they may not have the wherewithal to maintain the property, which could mean a buying opportunity for you. Get out, knock on the door, and speak with the owner if they're on site. If not, follow up with a cold call and a letter. As a real estate investor, you should get in the habit of driving your market as often as possible. Not only will you continue to increase your familiarity with neighborhoods you're looking to buy in, but you'll also start to recognize which properties have changed ownership or which pockets seem to be gaining traction. And last, but certainly not least, number 7, online. The internet could be one of the easiest ways for investors to find potential investment opportunities. While there is no single database with information, you can browse different websites that allow brokers and sellers to list their properties for sale. Be sure to check the MLS, Crexi, and LoopNet, and whatever listing services there currently are out there to see what's going on. Keep in mind, though, that these websites often have outdated or incorrect information, so you'll have to do a fair amount of research on your own before making any decisions. Is there a large boutique brokerage in your city? Like my firm, the Cobble Group, they likely have a page on their website, like our Nashville listings directory, that showcases their available for sale and for lease properties. Also, don't forget to check Craigslist either. I've been surprised by the properties that pop up there every now and then. If you're interested in growing a portfolio of commercial real estate once you start finding these deals, check out this video here. That's all we have today for how to find commercial deals. Subscribe to the channel for more investing strategies, leasing and management tips, market updates, and more, and I'll see you next week.